Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February the 18th, year of our Lord 2026, and welcome to the Daily Word. For he is the living God. This is after, you know the story of Daniel and the lion's den, how there was a decree that they tricked the king into making that everybody should bow before his statue. But, that was Nebuchadnezzar. This said, oh, the only person, everybody can pray. Um, Yeah, that's the same thing. Everybody can pray toward the king's statue. It's a huge statue. It's 10 foot tall, 10 foot tall. But that was the decree they made to get Daniel to pray before. Can't pray for any other god except for the king. But Daniel prayed as he always did to the north, toward Israel, and so they tricked him into praying toward Israel, and they threw him in the lion's den. The statue was King Nebuchadnezzar. Let me see me going back here. Daniel and the lions, and Darius made a decree to divide the kingdom to 120 provinces. Then other administration, okay, that no one should pray other than Then the officials went together to Daniel's house and found. Okay, but when they made a decree, the officers and advisors and governors, that the king should make a law that was strictly enforced, give orders that for the next 30 days, any person who prays to anyone, divine, human, except to you. No, yeah, so Nebuchadnezzar, it was the lions den. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was the statue, but that was one thing. But then the officials made a decree that no one could pray to anybody else other than the king. But Daniel always prayed to his God, and he turned toward Israel and prayed toward his God. This is during the time they were in exile for those 70 years. But he still turned toward Israel and prayed to his God every day. So the king loved Daniel, but because of that decree the officials made him make, he threw Daniel into the lion's den. And then, of course, God saved him. King Nebuchadnezzar said, "We threw Daniel into the lion's den, and he came out unscorched, untouched. I mean, the lion's mouths were sealed; and they didn't touch him. But when he threw the officials in there, they tore him up. But this is the end of that. I just want to read that 26 through 28 about how the king recognizes who God is. The king recognizes who God is after all this and know who God is, and that stands still for today for all of us. I'm going to read Daniel chapter 6, verse 26 through 28.